Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash. The man, the myth, money making Mitch. You now tune in to Create a Steady Hustle. It's going to be a dope episode. We're going to talk about baby mama drama and all the things that we go through with these women. Hey, listen, I'm going to give you ladies some game and I'm going to give you fellas some game. I need you to stay tuned to the end. I also got a treat for y'all, all right? Don't sleep. Cheers.
That boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Liquid Cash.
Cheers, what's up, man? How y'all doing out there? It's another day, man. Another dollar, more money, more progress. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me and Prince, and we just coolin'. What's up, Playboy? What's going on? You want a treat, huh? You want a treat? I'm gonna give you a treat so you can get off of me. Yeah, because you always trying to, you know what I mean, mess up my gear. You always trying to mess up my gear, B. You gotta chill out, B. Come on, man. You gotta chill out. Get off the drip, man. Get off the drip, man. You know the vibes, man. I like to stay fly, man. I take time and iron my clothes, man. I ain't one of these wrinkle-ass dudes out here, B. I iron my drip, you feel me? Yeah, I'm old school, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I iron my drip. You dig? I don't just throw that motherfucker on, you dig? I really iron my shit. I take time. I get the spray starch and I spray my joint and I iron that motherfucker to make sure looking, you know what I mean? Debonair. I like to make sure my garments is wrinkle free. You feel me? So I need you to get up off of me, you dig? As you can see, Prince is doing this thing. He looking good today, man. You looking fly. We did a lot of work today, man. We shot a few music video clips. We did a lot of work today, man. A lot of work. I started off early, 6 a.m. and got myself together. Got a lot of things packed up for this video shoot. Of course, I took 3 outfits. That's just how I do it. I like to, switch up my gear in between shoots, you dig? I'm gonna take 3 outfits, 3 chains, and 3 sneakers. That's just me. That's how I do it. Some niggas wanna wear, the same outfit throughout the whole entire music video. That's not my style. That's not my swag. That's not how I play it. I gotta make sure it stay fresh for every scene. You dig? I also shot a behind the scenes to that, so y'all be able to see that as well for the record that I got called Believe in Me. If you haven't heard it, you need to go stream it ASAP on Liquid Cash. Y'all already know .com. And also, it's on Spotify and Apple Music and all the musical platforms that you listen to. It's called Believe in Me. And it's a fire track, something for the ladies, you dig? But, I gave y'all a behind-the-scenes footage of that. That will be on my Patreon and my, Music Monday category. So if you want to sign up to that tier and see that behind the scenes, it's fire. You'll definitely enjoy that, you dig? But let me give y'all a little swag report. I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000, right? I ain't even gonna front it. Ain't no cap in my rap. I was going to Target to go buy some white beaters. You dig? I normally don't really go to Target that much, but this one particular day, so you know what? I need to get me some white beaters. You dig? But first I went to Ross. And Ross didn't really have nothing I really like. I think everybody purchased all the white beaters in there already. So I went to Target to go find some white beaters, and I ended up going across this particular section where they had a lot of Champion clothes at. I didn't even know Target sell this type of drip. And I saw this motherfucking jacket in there. I said, oh, that's kind of hard. And y'all know green is my color. If it ain't green, it ain't clean. So as soon as I saw the green, I say, oh shit, that's kind of fly. And then I saw the pants to match with it as well. And I saw the price. I was like, oh, this is kind of, you dig, up my alley right here. This ain't really that expensive. It was about $70 for the top, $70 for the bottom. You dig? And it's kind of fly. And I figure I put my logo on that bitch too, make it my own, customize that bitch. Y'all can't even see the back, but I got my logo on the back as well. But I had to get it. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because you don't got to spend a lot of money to stay fly, man. You can go in certain places and they got certain pieces, certain things that, that can make you look good without spending, or breaking the bank. And of course, I had to put the motherfucking Louis Vuitton sneakers on with that too. If, these gonna cost you a pretty penny, of course, but these was a gift. These was a gift from a beautiful female. I appreciate it. You dig? You already know what it is, man. You know they say don't buy no man no shoes or no woman no shoes because they're going to walk out of your life in those shoes. But, you know, I don't subscribe to that. So if you want to buy me some sneakers, you know, Louis Vuitton, my size is 43. You dig? And if you want to buy me some regular sneakers that ain't, you know, luxury or whatever, just some Nikes or whatever, 9.5, ladies, you dig? I'll give you the address where you can just, you know, ship to my P.O. box. But yeah, that's how I put it together, just like that, man. That's how I coordinate. Got the sneakers, got the fit, got the drip. And I'm saying that because I want to encourage you guys to always stay fly. Always, you know what I mean, look your best. And you don't got to break the bank to look your best. So I just want you to understand that, you dig? It's all about where you shopping at. And like I said, I just went into Target off the fly, you know what I mean, off of GP. And I went in there and I saw something fly. Do you like it, ladies? Y'all like it? You know I had to make it look good. I had to put on the Holy Trinity chain and I had to pull out my motherfucking Louis Vuitton frames. I haven't worn these in a while, but I figure it was appropriate that I wear it with this outfit, you dig? But yeah, we're gonna have a wonderful episode, man. Most of the time when somebody's reading a book and they get to a word they're not familiar with, they usually skim past that word and continue reading on. I ain't even gonna front, I used to do the same thing. But see, when you end up doing that, you usually miss the essence of what the author is trying to convey. So I don't do that anymore. What I do is I Google a word, I write it down, and I memorize it, and I add it to my vocabulary. And that one simple task, separate the winners from the losers. Anytime you try to cut corners and cheat the grind, you end up cheating yourself. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. I want to talk about, you know, choosing the right baby mother. You got to be wise about that. Very wise. And a lot of dudes make a lot of mistakes. I was talking to this lady the other day, right? And she said, man, how are you so fine and so good looking and so intelligent and you ain't got no kids yet? Like, what's going on? I'm surprised ain't none of these chicks trapped you yet. I said, you know what? I really don't play those kind of games, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. I sleep with a condom on, I ain't gonna lie. You dig? But there was a time, you know, I was talking to a young lady for about a while, kind of like about 4 years, and I was thinking about to myself, I was saying, man, I might have a kid with her, you dig? I was thinking to myself, I might fuck around and just knock her up one time because she seemed pretty cool until she did some petty ass shit, man. Yeah, she did some petty ass shit. We was coming back from a vacation, right? You know, we went to Cabo. We had a wonderful time. We was enjoying ourselves. Everything was going smooth, you dig? This was a while back, so don't judge me for my reaction or how I responded to this woman, right? But we was dating for a while, about 4 years. We just got back from vacation, and we was having a wonderful time. And I was kind of backed up on work. And when I get back from vacation, I like to catch up on my work. So, you know, I was playing catch up, you dig? And I wasn't really communicating with her like I normally do. I was communicating with her via text. She didn't really like that. So one day, you know, I told her to come over to the crib. But before you come over, I want you to stop at my, pick up my dry cleaners. I want you to stop at the cleaners and pick up my joints. You dig? And she told me, go tell that chick you've been talking to all week to pick up your clothes. I'm not doing that. And I said, you know what? That's exactly why I ain't having no kids with this bitch, man. Of course, I dropped it like a bad habit because your attitude shows lack of appreciation. I just took you on a trip and you come back and you talking like that and you acting like that, you maneuvering like that. So eventually I weed her out, you feel me? But I say that to say this, man. You gotta pay attention. Do not have no babies with these petty ass females that feels entitled, that are self-centered, and their only asset is their ass. You dig? Yeah, I gotta say that again, man. Be careful who you have a baby with, man. Do not have a baby. That's the rule number one. That's rule number one for me. Do not have a baby with a petty ass female that's self-centered, entitled, and only asset is her ass, man. You dig? Because they'll go out their way to make your life a living hell. Petty, immature females that don't know how to conduct themselves, that get in their feelings over small, petty situations and cause something so small become big. They major in minor things. those are the worst ones. And when you have a kid by that person, trust me, like I said, she's gonna go out her way to make your life a living hell. You gotta pay attention to the signs. Do not ignore the signs. I don't care how nice she may seem. I don't care how nice she is in the beginning, how much gifts she got you, how many things she bought for you, whatever she may have done for you. It don't matter. You gotta pay attention, because a lot of these chicks be running game, and 5 minutes of pleasure can cost you a lifetime of pain. Trust me, man. That's a lot of dudes I know right now that is going through it. Life is in shambles because they picked the wrong baby mother. Yeah, their whole life is in shambles. They going through it. They can't motherfucking fly to another state or another country because their ID got revoked. Their passport is null and void. They can't really do certain things. It's hard for them to get a job. I got a homeboy that's in debt right now, $125,000. Yeah, there's a negative in his account right now for $125,000. I don't think that nigga even made $125,000 in his whole entire life. I'm gonna say that again, man. I know a dude right now that's in debt, 125 grand. If you look in his bank account, he owes Bank of America 125 grand because of child support. You dig? That nigga never made 125 grand in his life, but he's in debt 125,000, man. You dig? So if you want to be one of those dudes, man, fuck around and knock up the wrong baby mother. You're gonna really go through it. You're gonna see what I'm talking about, man. You dig? You're gonna really feel it. Because a lot of times dudes get caught up in a pretty face and a pretty smile, man. Yeah, they get caught up in that shit. And trust me, man, if you do, hey, listen, man, it ain't gonna be worth it. And I'm gonna say this too, man, because it's important that I express this, right? Now, I'm not saying this to make you feel some type of way. I'm saying this to really educate you and let you understand that you got to be wiser and smarter with your dick. Yeah, you got to show more respect to your balls, man. Yeah, you got to show more respect to your dick, man. You can't put your dick in any bitch that you can fit it in. Nah, you can't do that, because if you do, you gonna end up with a dirty dick. And then you're gonna end up with a KID. Or even worse, you might end up with HIV. Niggas be acting like HIV don't exist no more. They act like that shit is played out. Nigga, that shit is still live and vibrant. So you gotta be aware of all of these things, man. You feel me? Especially at a young age, man. I know a lot of dudes out here be having kids at a young age. It's like kids having kids. And this is why, society is all fucked up now. Kids raising kids. Nobody got no goddamn common sense. Everybody dense. You dig? So we got to be a little bit more smarter about how we moving out here, you dig? And I'm not saying this, like I said again, to put you down or make you feel some type of way, because I almost fell victim to it when I was younger. This one chick that I was feeling, you know what I mean? She was fine. She was cool. She lived around the corner from my crib. And we was having a wonderful time. And we was about 19, 20 years old. We was really in love with each other. So it seems. You dig? I thought I was really in love. And I was really feeling her. And we had that chemistry. We had that connection. We had that compatibility, you dig? And we was really rocking with each other. And I was skinny dipping, going raw dog every night. Yeah, vegan. I was going vegan back then, man. Before I even knew what vegan was. You feel me? Yeah, that's what we was doing, right? Because I was really captivated. She had a lot of sex appeal. And I really wanted to have a kid with her. Keep her 1,000 with you. I truly, genuinely wanted to have a kid with her. That's what I thought at that particular time. So anyway, I'm shooting the club up. Yeah, I'm just letting it go. I'm not even playing, you dig? And anyway, she ended up pregnant. And I'm kind of, feeling kind of good about it. Because like I said, again, we was feeling each other and I really wanted to have a kid. So, she was going through the whole stages of, being pregnant. And that was my first time dealing with a female that, was pregnant before. And I didn't know they go through a lot of emotional roller coaster. And I was going through it with her. So it was a lot of ups and downs. And we was really, really going through it, man. And this one request that I had that she did not want to comply to. I told her the kid had to have my name. The kid had to be a junior. If it was a boy, it had to have my name. Now, if it's a girl, you can name it whatever you want. But if it's a boy, it has to be a junior, right? And she was adamant about not doing that. She did not want the kid to be named after me. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on in her mind, but she did not want the kid to be named after me. So I was going through it. We was going back and forth about it. She really didn't have a real explanation on why. And, for me being, that being my first son or my first child, I wanted to, have be a junior. You dig? That's just what I wanted. But anyway, you dig? We go through the whole 9 months. I'm stressed out. I'm dealing with her. Everything is up and down. You feel me? This was the most stressful time in my entire life. No cap. This was one of the most stressful time in my entire life. Like I said again, I was young, I was dumb, I didn't know how to deal with it, but I was doing the best I can. Well, anyway, she ended up going into labor. Her family hit me up on the phone to tell me that she's at the hospital having a baby. So I jump on the bus. She lived all the way in Allentown, PA. You dig? I jumped on the bus, went out there, took me about 2 hours, got there. And, the baby is already born. So I went to go see the child. And I was looking at the kid and I was saying to myself, man, this is a beautiful ass kid, right? You dig? He was light skinned because she was light skinned, right? And he had a full set of hair, black hair. You dig? Like a full set of black curly hair. I was like, damn, how the fuck this baby just come out of the womb with a full set of black curly hair? Anyway, I'm looking at the child, but there's no connection. I don't feel no connection. You dig? And right then and there, I said to myself silently, this baby ain't mine. Silently, I said to myself, this baby ain't mine. I didn't feel no connection to the child. Anyway, fast forward, about a month go by. Anyway, sorry, before I go that far ahead, she did end up naming the baby after me anyway. She went through all of that back and forth with me, fighting against wanting to name the baby after me to naming it after me anyway, you dig? So the baby was a junior. So now we fast forward into a month, right? I'm at this crib chilling, while one of my jump offs, and I'm just having a good time, just vibing, right? I got a call from her, you dig? And she told me on that phone that she went and took a paternity test, and come to find out that the baby wasn't mine. The baby was another dude's kid that lived in Allentown, PA. You dig? Now, for most people, that would be one of the most saddest days in their life. You dig? That would be like crushing for most people, right? Because, to find out that your son ain't yours a month in, man, that could be devastating for a lot of people. But for me, because I'm not, the average person, for me, that was one of the most happiest days of my motherfucking life. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. That was one of the most, I want y'all to see, look in my eyes when I say this, man. That was one of the most happiest days of my motherfucking life, because deep down in my heart, I knew that baby wasn't mine. And deep down in my heart, I knew we wasn't gonna get along, because after she had the baby, she became very disrespectful, and it was a very stressful relationship. I wasn't really vibing with her, you dig? I don't know, she went through what they call postpartum or whatever that may be, but it was a very toxic environment. So when she told me that, I said, man, you ain't even gotta send me the paperwork. I don't even gotta see it. I know the baby ain't mine. I believe you. You dig? I don't even gotta see the paternity test. I'm gonna take your word for it. And to keep it all at 1,000, that was the last time I ever seen that chick. To keep it 100, that was the last time I ever seen her. And it was still one of the most happiest days of my life, man. You dig? Because the last thing I wanna be is in a relationship or have a baby with a female that I don't see eye to eye with. You dig? There's difference of opinions. There's a complete separation in our mindset and our ideology, how we operate, how I would like my son to be raised, and how she would like to raise him. You dig? I'm just a different kind of nigga. You feel me? when I decide to have a baby with a woman, you dig, my son gotta be raised a different kind of way, man. You feel me? If you eat pork and you eat motherfucking Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out and McDonald's, you can't feed my son none of that bullshit, man. I don't care what's going on. You gotta give my son a home-cooked meal, or you gotta feed him the top of the line. He gotta eat the best. I'm not gonna feed my kid what my mother and my father feed me, man. They fed me pork, liver, and all kind of dumb shit that got me fucked up in the game, you dig? I believed that I could survive off of cereal and pizza for the rest of my life. That was my mentality when I was a kid, you feel me? Because that's all I was being fed, cereal and pizza. Now I'm lactose intolerant because I ate so much goddamn cereal when I was young, drank so much milk, you feel me? So now I don't even rock with milk at all. Milk does not do a body good. It does not, and I don't fuck with it, you dig? I don't mess with no dairy. I don't mess with certain type of food. I have a very strict diet, and my son is gonna be the same way. My daughter's gonna be the same way. They not gonna just eat any and everything, you feel me? And a lot of times, cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I know y'all enjoying the show, but I had to let y'all know I got a new product on the shelf, and it's called Liquid Gold. Listen, man, if you want to refrain from going bald, get you that Liquid Gold natural hair oil. If you want better edge control, get you that Liquid Gold. If you want to know what I use in my hair every day to keep my hair moisturized and shining, not greasy, moisturized, soft, and shining, get you that Liquid Gold, man. Listen, man, liquidcash.com. Shop with your boy. Don't block your boy. Support who's supporting you. I'm giving you some jewels you can use. At least you can do is go on the site and get something you like. All right? Cheers. You got these women that are very lazy and that would feed their kids any and everything and claim that they love their kids. Why are you feeding your kids the bullshit that your parents was feeding you when you got more knowledge and understanding about what this food is doing to you? This food is killing you, man. Every time you put something in your mouth is a decision of life and death. Do you want to live? Do you want to die? Because every time something goes in your mouth, pause, you making that decision, man. It's a life and death decision. What you put in your mouth is going to help you live longer or die faster. What you trying to do out here, man? You feel me? And that's how I look at it. Some might say that's a little bit extreme, but it's really that way, man. You feel me? You already know they killing us with the food. You already know they putting all kind of toxin in the food. You already know what's going on. We not uneducated people, man. We know what's going on. We know that shit ain't really chicken in McDonald's. We know that shit ain't really chicken in Popeyes. We know that shit ain't really motherfucking French fries at Burger King. All that shit is plastic and genetically modified food, man. You gotta eat to live, not live to eat, man. So that's my motto. That's my mentality. I eat to live. I don't live to eat. To keep it all the way 1,000, man, I only eat because I have to. I never had a craving for a particular dish. I don't crave nothing. Not at all. Nothing at all. There's no food that was ever created that my body craves. Maybe when I was younger, I didn't know better. I was eating all kind of, dumb shit and wonder why I'm breaking out. I used to break out a lot. I had a lot of acne when I was younger, and I still suffer from certain acne scars because of all the acne that I had because of the food that I was eating. I didn't know it at the time because I was young, dumb, and just moving through life, eating any and everything, pork chops. I was eating McDonald's, chicken wings and fried rice, Popeyes, KFC. I was eating any and everything, not knowing that that wasn't good for my body. It was causing me to break out. I was having pimples and acne problems as I was going through all type of different phases. I was, it's a lot going on with my body at that particular time until I had to really wise up and I say, okay, boom, I got to stay away from this and stay away from that. So some of you guys got to be careful, like, when you have these women in your life, man. A lot of these women low-key be constipated too. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna say that, man. Bitch ain't took a shit in 2 weeks, man. You dig? And you wouldn't even know it. And you trying to, run behind her, man. Yeah, you running behind a chick that don't even know how to eat right, man. She eating all that pork chops. She eating all that motherfucking In-N-Out, that KFC. She ain't took a shit in 2 days, nigga. Yeah, you don't even know that. Yeah, but you liking the way she look. You liking how fine she is, right? You ready to smell her motherfucking dirty drawers. You feel me? You at her beck and call. You doing whatever you can for her. Not understanding she petty, she immature, she entitled, she constipated, she all backed up, and you looking at her like she the blessing from God, like she the prize. Nah, man, she don't eat to live, she live to eat. You dig? You got to beware of those type of females, man. Yeah, you got to beware of those type of females, and you don't want to have no kid with those type of females, man. Because that's what they going to be feeding your seed, man. You feel me? Yeah, that's what they're going to be feeding your seed. They ain't got time to be cooking no food. So you know what? They're going to stop and get them a Big Mac. They're going to stop at In-N-Out and get them some French fries and get them a burger. And now your kid is going to be going through all emotions and all the things that you've been going through, because we deal with so much and we don't know why. And a lot of times it's the food that got us this way, you dig? So yeah, you got to be very careful about who you have kids with and who you lay down with. It's very important. Very important, my young kings out there. Don't be like NBA young boy. He 20-something years old and got 13 kids, man. Don't be that nigga. Don't think that shit is fly. Don't think that shit is cool, man. Don't think that shit is fly or cool. He going through it. I don't care how much money he has. I don't care how good it looks on the outside. Trust me, that man is going through it, because he dealing with different personalities, right? All of those baby mothers, because they want quality time. Don't think Nick Cannon is living his best life just because he got 13 or 12 kids. He not living his best life, man. Trust me. He's making it look good, but I guarantee you he's going through it, because those women want quality time. They want time and attention. You feel me? And they get jealous. They operate with the spirit of emotion, right? They let the emotions get ahead of them. Remember, your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings create your actions. If you don't control your thoughts, you definitely ain't got control of your emotions. And these women are definitely thinking negative, because when they see him out with one of the other baby mothers and they having a good time, they get jealous, because they like, why it's not me? Why he's not spending time with me? What makes her so special? What makes her child so special? So they want to spend that quality time as well, you dig? They want to be up and under him as well. And he's going through it, but he's wearing it well. Kudos to him for making it look like it's easy, but it's not easy. So you don't want to be NBA young boy. You don't want to be Nick Cannon out here. You want to choose your baby mother wisely. You want to be smart about it. You want to make the right decision. You want to make sure that y'all are compatible. You want to make sure she understands you and she's on your team. You dig? Make sure nobody else can penetrate her in a negative way and let them infiltrate the relationship. You don't want no outsiders being in control of your girl, especially the one you decide to lay down and have a family with. Make sure that the mother don't have full control over her, or the father doesn't have full control over her. You got to have control over that situation. You are the king, you are the priest, you are the knight, you are the rook, you are everything to that woman. You got to make sure you lay down the foundation. You dig? You and her got to be on one accord. She can't be Christian and you Muslim. If you Muslim, she got to be Muslim as well. If you're a Christian, she got to be a Christian as well. You dig? You got to raise your kid under one structure. You dig? There can't be no division. Can't be no separation. Whatever you into, she got to be into. It is what it is. That's how it got to be. If you wanted to last and live in harmony and you wanted to really have a good life, you got to carry it that way. Remember, I always tell you, dominate but never domineer. You dig? You got to influence her in a positive way. Pay attention. I know you ain't paying attention, man. Pay attention. I'm going to say it again. Dominate but never domineer. Influence her in a positive way. Don't be arrogant with your control. That's what causes a lot of division. That's what causes a lot of confusion, right? Don't be arrogant. And ladies, let me put y'all up on game as well. Choose your baby daddy wisely as well. This game ain't just for the men. This is for you as well. You can't be out here talking about how men ain't shit and men ain't this and men ain't that, and your baby daddy don't do this, your baby daddy don't do that. You the one who lay down with him and open your legs. You dig? So you got to be smart about who you sleeping with, who you spreading your motherfucking womb to, man. You can't be complaining now. It's too late. It's too late. down to NBA players, NFL players, actors, regular people. They all going through it when they lay down with somebody they really don't know. And that be the problem. You dig? They captivated or they possessed with the spirit of lust, and they lay down with somebody they don't know, have a baby by them, and now they putting that person through hell. You dig? They putting that person through all the trauma that they going through. They want somebody else to go through some type of pain because they went through pain in that 9 months of carrying that child. Now they want to put you through a life of pain. You dig? They want to put your whole life through pain. You dig? Because you lay down with the wrong person. Be smart and wise about the person you decide to lay down with, man. You knew that nigga was a bum and he didn't have his life together. You should have not opened your legs to him and decide to have a baby by this man. Come on, man. You smarter than that. Well, at least you should be smarter than that. Ain't no time to complain or cry about spilled milk now. Now you got to raise your daughter up and give her the wisdom that she need that you didn't have when you was younger so she don't make the same mistake. You dig? And a lot of y'all are making the same mistake and it become a never-ending cycle. And you putting these niggas through it and going on social media and trying to destroy their character and making them seem like the scum of the earth. But you was laying down with that scumbag ass nigga, man. Come on, man. You was loving him when he was dicking you down. Now all of a sudden, he ain't shit. Come on, man. If he ain't shit, you ain't shit either, man. It is what it is, man. You don't get what you want, you get who you are. You dig? If you attracted that, that's who you are, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So accept that fact and take accountability. That's something you probably won't do, but hey, man, accept that fact and take accountability, man. You dig? You made that decision because you was captivated by the car, the clothes, the jewelry, the lifestyle. You thought he had it, and then you had a baby by him and find out he ain't really got shit. He really motherfucking living check to check. You better off all by yourself, man. You could have done bad all by yourself, but you got captivated by the lifestyle. He finagle you, finesse you, and before you know it, you're done. Stick a fork in it. You feel me? It's over for you. Now you got 3 to 4 or 5 kids. You dig? You think you still got it, but niggas is just running through you because, you know what I'm saying, you got a nice little ass because you ain't got that BBL. Your titties are standing up because you ain't got that boob job. But when niggas find out you got 3 to 4 kids, they sliding off. Yeah, they falling back. Because niggas ain't got time to deal with that headache, man. So find somebody that's young, fly, fine, that you can have a kid with and start a family with, and she ain't got no baggage. You dig? That's the smart way to do it. Don't go in and find some baggage off the floor. You go outside and pick up an old ass bag off the floor that somebody been carrying around. That's like what you doing when you pick up a woman that got a bunch of kids. You doing the same thing, you feel me? You picking up some old ass trash can from off the ground and you walking around with it. When you meet a woman with a bunch of kids, and a bunch meaning you got like about 4 to 5 kids, you dig? 2 is fine. If you got 2 kids, you know what I mean? You might could make it work depending on her vibration and how she shaking and how she moving. And if she don't got no baby daddy drama and everything is smooth, she got a life together, you might could make an exception for that chick. If she fine and she fly and she pays attention, she listens, she's attentive, you can make an exception for her. But I'm talking about these women that got 4 and 5 kids, man. Nah, that's like picking trash can from off the ground and carrying it around, man. Nah, that ain't how we moving out here. We making wise and smart decisions, man. But I just came to give y'all some game. I ain't really mean to be on here that long talking about this, man. But y'all know what it is, man. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I got to give you some juice you can use. If you haven't signed up to my Patreon, you need to ASAP. Come on, you got to sign up to the Patreon. The Patreon is going to have a lot of exclusive content. This video might not be on YouTube for the first month. I might throw this on Patreon and let my subscribers be able to watch this for the first month, right? So if you want to be able to watch this video over and over, sign up to the Patreon, join one of my tiers, support the platform, and I'll be dropping clips on my YouTube, so you'll see snippet of it. But if you want to see the whole entire video, you got to sign up to the Patreon so you can watch it all. You can support what I do. Y'all know what it is, man. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. Hey, listen, I got a whole slew of different products, and I need y'all to check it out on creatorsteadyhustle.com or liquidcash.com. I got the new book I just dropped called Lessons and Legacies, How to Avoid the Pitfalls of Success and Stay on Top. I got an oldie but goodie, the power of thought. You could think your way to a rich and prosperous life. It's your thoughts and your feelings that create abundance for you. Change your mind and you could change your life. And I also got a new book that I just released called Tips on Relationships, the naked truth about a beautiful lie. Love lied to you, but I'm gonna give you the truth, you dig? Hey, listen, man, y'all know how I do it, man. Anytime I speak, it's gonna be some powerful shit. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, man, and remember this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Liquid Cash got a podcast, and the best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers.
Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
That boy.
It's Liquid Cash, I need it all out in the stash.
I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus with 2 hoes and they both foreign. These trick niggas about to get it.